saw is West Side Story. What I saw is just a ride. What I saw is West Side Story. What I saw is just a ride. Just a ride. Just a ride. Hey
folks, Michael Anthony here for another fun video. So, I'm going to preface this video by saying I may sound a little groggy, because I am. I'm a little under the weather this week, have had a cold for a few days, lost my voice a little bit, but we're going to power through and make a video for you guys. So today we got a few things going on. First, we have 20 Nellie Stevens holly trees, holly shrubs to plant. We're going to be creating a living privacy fence with them along one of my borders, so I'll be showing that to you. They're 1 gallon potted plants, so I have them ready to rock. Also, we're going to be smoking a brisket today, so we might as well throw that in there. But, yeah, that's about it. I hope it's a good video. I hope you can hear me without stressing too much. My voice is a little crackly, but we're going to get through it. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to get out and do some outdoor activities, baby. All right, stay tuned. All right, this is what we're going to be smoking today. Look at that big old brisket, baby. I seasoned it up last night. And we're going to be smoking it out here on the Weber Smoky Mountain. So I'll show that to you. Here's the old Weber Smoky Mountain. Can you fire that sumbitch up? Oh, bug. Yeah, that little bug. Alright, so we got the truck back. I don't know if you heard in some of my earlier videos, this was in the shop. We got some new rims. Old ones were corroding and pitting, and the suspension needed fixed. It took like over a month, because it was hard to get parts. This is a Black Widow, so it's got custom parts, but here's the Nellie Stevens holly. So we got 20 of these suckers to plant today. They're probably between 15, 18 inches tall. A couple of them are a little taller. So let me show you where I'm going to be planting these suckers. Alright, so as I mentioned, we're going to be creating a living privacy fence out of these Nellie Stevens holly. They're really great shrubs, trees to use because they're drought tolerant. They stay green all year long. You can form them whatever way you want. If you want to trim the tops off, if you want to shape them, or just let them grow wild, they'll create a nice living fence. So here's the boundary. Goes across here. Hunter, my dog's barking at me. He doesn't realize it's me over here. So you can see it's a little thick right now, but there's a bunch of open spots and gaps here. And in the winter, in the fall, early spring, you could see right through here, no problem. And so there's a road out here about 150 yards. So that's ideally what I'm screening against, so people can't see into our property. Plus we have our neighbor over here, Clarence. He's great, but he's a little nosy, and he likes to walk around the boundary and just stare at us. Great guy. So just get a little more privacy from him as well. I want to be able to sit on my porch naked or lay out naked if I want, right? I don't need to have people staring at me, especially the neighbors or the people from the road. So this road isn't busy at all, but again, just some nice privacy screening would be nice to have. So we're going to start the planting somewhere in this vicinity. I'll be laying them out before I plant them. I'm actually going to mow a strip here to just knock the grass down a little bit before I start digging the holes, but we'll lay them out, plant it all out. Again, I'm going to space it about 6 to 7 feet, and that should be perfect spacing to create a nice living fence. They grow fast, so hopefully this time next year we'll have a nice hedge going here. But yeah, so I'll just take a walk along the border here with old Hunter. So you can see some of these openings here. So we're going to fill this all in. There's a nice oak here. There's a nice white oak right here. But you can see this big gap. Look at this big gap here. People can see right through here. So I'll be planting these right in here. This nice white oak, I'll probably trim some of these branches at some point. But yeah, I'm just walking down the boundary. So we'll be able to get 20 of those plants. We should be able to spread out somewhere down in this vicinity. We'll probably be able to get right around in here, which is perfect because you can see the angle view of the house from the road. So the road actually angles away that way. So once they get past this point, nobody's going to be able to really see it anyway. So it's 20 of those shrubs here should be perfect. So that's what we're going to do today. We'll be firing up the smoker. Weather's not too bad. We might have some rain coming in, but at least it's nice and cool. It's like in the 70s. All right, stay tuned. Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna get the old John Deere out. I'll throw the GoPro on it, and we're gonna just mow a little strip right where I'm going to be planting. The grass hasn't been mowed in a couple weeks, so we'll knock the grass down before we start to plan for the plantings. So let's go ahead and hop on the old John Deere and get her going, baby. Alright, we're going to get ready to load this baby up. Looking fine. I might do a little more seasoning before we go. Alright, storming down. So we got the smoker going. It's been going for about an hour, a little over an hour. Doing real well. I threw some more wood chips on just now. It's been raining, and it actually came down pretty hard. We had some storms move through. It's still raining right now, but I'm going to start to plot out where I'm going to put these holly bushes. So I'm going to start to load them in the wheelbarrow, and then just kind of start to roughly place them where I plan on planting them. In the rain, baby. Let's do it. Still feeling like crap, but pushing through. So, all right. Start to load these puppies up. Okay, let's start to plan this out. Hey, buddy. So these things can get up to 10 feet wide. We're going to be planting them about 6-7 feet apart. Well, hello. So, oh, here comes old Hunter. He's coming in hot. It's just me talking to the camera, Hunter. He's all fired up. He's wondering who I'm talking to. So we're cutting to a week later. So just a couple seconds ago, I was prepping to plant the holly bushes, and I was sick. And then we had storms all day on Saturday. It was like raining off and on. So I started planting some of these holly trees right as it was getting dark. I didn't do any filming. Plus my voice was all screwed up. I was all sick. And then Sunday I finished, and I just didn't even bother filming because I was miserable. But we got them planted. They've been in the ground for a week. So I'm just going to show them to you here. So you can see the row go straight down here. It's not perfectly even, which is fine. It's a little staggered, but they went in pretty easy. They went in pretty good. They're all doing good. I watered them yesterday, and they're ready to rock. And here, look at this. So there's some deer. There was some deer tracks. You can see the deer track there. There were some deer tracks in the fresh dirt next to these holly bushes, but they didn't mess with them. So they were supposed to be deer resistant. And they are. The deer definitely knew they were here. They checked them out probably right away, but they didn't mess with them at all. So that's always good. So I'll just kind of do a little walk through here. So the property line's right in this tree line here. You can see some of the very old fence posts that are still in there. So we're probably like 7-8 feet off of the actual property line. So today I'm going to trim some of this. You can see some of these branches overhanging, some of these briar bushes and stuff kind of infringing into the open space here. So I'm going to trim a bunch of this back take some of these branches down and make sure these are getting enough sun. And so these holly bushes are nice because they only require, they're listed as partial shade, so only about 4 hours of sunlight. So they get some good morning sun because the sun comes up in the east out here, and then it sets right out over there, so there's a little bit of sun in the evening as well. But yeah, so this is the line of bushes here. Again, these are Nellie Stevens holly, so they'll grow up nice and big and create a nice privacy screen where these gaps are, screen against the road. They'll stay nice and green through the winter. And so this is where I started. Here's the very first one here, and then yeah, that line just goes down. We got about a good 40-50 yards of coverage, which is the primary area I wanted to cover. I might put 5 more down on the opposite side of that last one, but we got a bunch of projects to do today, so we'll continue on, but we're going to film a little bit more today, just some different random projects around the property here, and we'll go from there. So sorry you didn't get any video of me planting them, but didn't have to dig down that far, and the hardest part of planting them was the root system from this tree line. There was a lot of roots that I had to bust through. But other than that, it went really well. It wasn't too bad at all. So I planted 20 of them. But all right, stay tuned for more.